grab that one right there.
Have a wonderful day.
Hi, puppy. Oh, so cute. So cute.
Chubbs, let me get this thing, Chubbs. Come here. Stop. We're just getting off the double B here in Great Cranberry. So we took this little parcel boat, mail boat, from basically center of your frame, that direction over there. Looking for that lighthouse we passed. I had it in my line of sight most of the way over here. So this is just a small fishing village. Not much over here. I think we've got a general store, which that's where we'll get our little whatever we're snacking on.
Yeah. We had a on our last stop, literally.
You can say hi. You can say hi. So we're just gonna hop over here and see what we see. That's mostly what I want to see. That's Acadia. That's Mount Desert Island from a new perspective. So we're going to hop in this general store. I know there's a little bit of information on the brochure they gave us about what there is to do on the island, but some of that's hit and miss. Like, I thought we caught an early one, not the earliest boat, but we caught an early enough boat that I thought we were going to be able to see both islands. That's the way the literature made it seem like, and that is the case when they have more boats running. But this time of year they've only got 3, so we're only going to see one. So I took the dealer's recommendation to get off on this island. I should probably figure out when we need to meet them to head back over. They're taking off. So there's a dock right there, and this is the general store, Great Cranberry Island General Store. We're gonna hop in here and confirm our flight back and see what they have. She just had a brief peek inside. I can tell they've already got more than enough for what we need. Can you tell we don't walk on a leash very often? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Just hopping in to see what you've got. It's actually a lot more stock than what they made it sound like on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were gonna have like chips and Moxie.
We do have both of those things.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is all I would need. This is a proper grocery store, basically.
Yeah.
Good deal. The general store is really a grocery store. I mean, I know that's what a general store is, but it's really a lot closer to a small grocery store, almost like something you would see in. Should probably show you a picture of the store I'm talking about. There's a public restroom, by the way. You know, it's not as extensive as like a modern grocery store in a city, but it's got everything you could need, all the staples especially. So here's one. Wow, I'm just got really lucky here. So I was asking how the vehicles get here, because Great Cranberry is an island, of course. So I'm wondering how you get the boats. I mean, rather, how do you get the vehicles on an island like this? And there you go. There is a barge that will bring your vehicle. Cost a couple $100 or whatever the rate is, and you've got to schedule that, of course. But there's a barge ferrying a work truck of some sort, dump truck type of thing, through the channel there. And that's how everyone gets their car here. Of course, the other option is to just buy a car that's already here, which Holly, the store proprietor, I believe, which that's what she did for her family's vehicle. So, then of course you're getting what's available where you are, and sounds like what a lot of us do anyway. There's a great example. There's a brand I haven't seen in a long time. Eagle Vision. Nice. How do you do? All right. We are in Great Cranberry, or on Great Cranberry. This is an island near Acadia National Park, Bar Harbor town, which is very much a tourist town. And amongst those tourist activities, they have boats that you can take out onto the water. Coincidentally, there's a boat that Luna and I got to ride in Key West, that after their season in Key West, when it starts getting too hot down here, they come up to Maine. So the idea was that if we were up here in Maine, we would find that boat. It's a schooner. It's like a sailing boat, like old school. Looks like a museum. And we would ride it up here, and that would just kind of be a cool thing to say. We rode the same boat in Key West and in Maine. Well, long story short, we just missed that boat. The day I finally tracked who they were and where they were and got a phone number, they had sailed that morning. Well, there was another cruise. It's like sort of a guided, narrated cruise, not on a sailboat, but on a like a normal diesel operated vessel. And that's cool too, but I waited a little too long to get those tickets because I was trying to find the schooner. So by the time I got over there to ask about tickets, there were no tickets left. But there's a mail boat, Mail, M-A-I-L, that goes from Northeast Harbor, which is on the same island as Bar Harbor. It's another little town. And it comes over to Great Cranberry and Little Cranberry. There's another name for the island, but that's probably what you would see on a map. I would have never known about that boat had those other opportunities not dried up. And now we're on this little island in the middle of the, presumably the Atlantic. I'm sure we're in a harbor or a bay, but we're surrounded by the Atlantic. Walking on this little trail in the middle of nowhere, completely alone. It's a town out here. There's a town. But during this time of year, pretty much everybody that comes out here to live during the warm, pleasant months all goes back to their other house, wherever that is. And so now it's down to a custodial population, just the people who live here year round. So we've pretty much got the island to ourselves. In the middle of all of this, which is insane. I never knew this was a place. I never knew there was means to get here. I never knew about this trail. Obviously, other people come here. This trail is pretty well maintained. It's not like we're completely isolated, but you get the sense that we are. And that's hard to come by. Not so hard to come by, but you got to take a couple of gambles sometimes and have things fall your way to even find some of these places. So my prompt for you is less about traveling, so I know that requires means that we don't always have. More about exploring, just taking chances, taking the road less traveled by, and seeing where it takes you. So I think more often than not, you'll be very, very pleased. we're coming back on one of the walking trails. There's a couple out here on Great Cranberry. Just give you a sense of what it feels like. It's very, very still, very quiet. Not only is it rural and remote, but it's relatively, I don't want to say unpopulated. There's a year-round population here, from what Holly at the general store told me. But that population, the year-round population, the one that stays during winter, is quite small compared to the influx of population that's here during the warmer months. So you really get a sense of that stillness, just being away from the energy of a large population and all the metal and all the steel and all the glass and all the exhaust, which has its place. Trust me, I'm very much at home in a very dense urban population, as well as something rural. And I'm gonna say, you know, at the edge of the map like this, which we very much are. This is an island that we only found out about because we missed all of the other seasonal boats. We had the hope of riding the schooner that we rode in Key West once we were here, because when it gets very hot in Key West, that schooner is up here for the warm months, up here being Maine. And then once it's the winter months, that same vessel goes down to Key West. So we were hoping to find that, missed them, hoping to catch another boat that we had found out about, kind of a tour boat that goes through around the inlets and harbors and bays, narrated tour. Missed that one, and just so happened to find out about this this mail boat that comes to the Cranberry Isles. Great Cranberry and Little Cranberry is how I'll call them. And yeah, hopped on. We're hoping to go to both of them today, but they're scheduled during the off season, which we're in now here in what's getting to be late October. Kind of thins out a little bit. Gets a little more sparse. So we're not going to be able to make it to both of those. However, this is sufficient, more than sufficient, to get a sense of what life in one of these hard to get to places looks like and feels like. So very fortunate to have found an option. I feel fortunate to have found an option to get out here. I think we'll make it as far as the church. Hey, let's go to this side. Come on. Hey, come. To get out here. Love getting out on the water any chance we get. I mean, we're not big, boaters or anything of that nature, not by a long shot. But to be able to do something casual, low key, affordable, and just simple. I just want to see things from the water. That's not an experience I grew up having. We didn't get a lot of opportunities to be out there on the water. We just weren't water people growing up. Luna's not much for water either. She's always a little nervous when we're getting on, but she does fine. She trusts me, and if there's other dogs present, that always helps. Here's the church here. It's a nice little community. I wish I could tell you exactly what the population might be like, but I don't know. A couple dozen families, I think that might be accurate, that live here year round. And then there's a lot of people who you know, work remotely or have the option to live out here when the season is more pleasant, a little more accommodating, because I'm sure it gets brutal in the winter. I imagine. I've never been here, so I'm only guessing. I'm not gonna get the focus on that, I don't think. There we go. Here's a point of potential interest for anyone who did not grow up around water. When we came in, the tide was up near that break, that line that you see in the cement for the boat ramp. That's about where the water was. Look where it is now, which means I'm gonna walk down here to board these vessels, so it would have been up a little closer. Not quite where that shadow ends right there. But there, you know, this dock is fixed. Some of these are floating. And so they'll adjust and the gangway adjusts as the water level rises and lowers. But in this one, you've just got the fixed stairs. But that vessel's a lot lower down than the one that we came in on. That's pretty cool. Hey. Ready to go. She's telling me the sun is setting. I think that's what she's telling me. I think that's our boat coming in. So it should get here on this old cemetery. A lot of these names are hard to read. It could be because I'm reading the wrong side of the, yeah, it's definitely why. But that was kind of cool. Barely saw that from the pier that we came in, that we got off on. There's some nice trees. If you're into that sort of thing, somebody paint that for me. Do it. Paint that. So, believe the situation is we can get on this boat and ride it over to Little Isle. They do one last drop over there, and then they come back this way, because they don't do like a circular route, they do a linear route. They go out to their furthest point and then they come back, making all the same stops. So I think we have that as an option. That's what somebody in the parking lot told us. So I'm gonna go with that. That would be nice to get a little ride just to see that other island. Would have loved to have spent a little time there if it was possible this go around, but it didn't work out that way. That's fine. But we'll get to at least take the trip out there, it seems. I don't know, he's coming in pretty quick, but oh, I know, I'm not a seaman. We're in this little shelter that's on the dock here in Great. We're in this little shelter on the dock that's obviously meant for passenger waiting. We think, Luna. We found a little free library. Some pretty good selections. And had the honor of organizing these. I don't know, baby. Almost. Big day for you, right? Got a bulletin board here. This is the scenic cruise that we had the option of going on. Sea Princess is the name. That's the one I waited too long on. But coincidentally, first aid if you need it. That's how we came to find out about this mail boat. And look at the grand adventure we've had. Hey, I think this is our boat. No, that's the blue General. That's our boat. I think I see ours, Luna. All right. Yeah, low tide, so this little gangway, it's a lot steeper than it was when we got here. That's funny. Beautiful day. Beautiful spot too. Nice spot on the map.
I've been trying.
What do you think, Chubbs? Let's find you some grass. What you eating? Some fish? Some guts? My queen, your chariot awaits. Yeah, that was yours, wasn't it? All right, well, that's a wrap for our little sea voyage. I'm sure Luna's very glad to be back on familiar ground, but she did a really good job. I know she appreciates the... Hey, clown. I know she appreciates the adventure, but she'll sleep good tonight. So farewell from Northeast Harbor.